last class, as we have already discussed in the last class, the different subsystems of a system of the the information system, that the business subsystem, the production subsystem, the marketing subsystem, personal subsystem, material subsystem, financial subsystem. So this all subsystems, they will work together to achieve the common objective or goal of the organization. As I told, whenever the information system is used, it consists of the different components as the hardware, the software, the data, the network, the users, the GUI package. So whenever we talk about the information system, it normally receives the information, stores the information, process the information, and produces the information. Now today we'll start with the management information system. The management information system. As I told in my first class, the management information system consists of three parts. Okay, so as it's a information. Sorry, information. So as in my class, I told that the MIS, the management information system, consisting of three parts. One is the management, another is the information, third is the system. And as we have already discussed, the information is the processed form of the data. The data is the raw facts inputted to the computer by the user. The data will be processed by the processor, by the CPU to produce the information. The information can be used as a data also, but data can't be directly used as information. And we have discussed so many characteristics of the information. Then we discuss the system. The system, we mean the normally the computer system, or the laptop you say, or the smartphone, any smart device, where we can input the data and we can process the data. Along with, we can store the data and we can produce the data as the information. Then we discuss the information system, the different subsystems. Now is the time to discuss the MIS, the management information system.
Pranam sir, are you sharing the screen?
No.
Okay.
So the management information system, what is the MIS? As I told, the MIS.
Can you please share your screen and write it up or show some PPT?
No. I don't have any PPT. I just, as I told, I just teach you, and later on I'll provide you the soft copy of the the notes.
Okay.
So as I told, the MIS, the management MIS stands for the management information system, which is a system of people equipment, procedures, documents, and communication that collects, validates, operates on informations for storage, processing, retrieval, and outputting of the things as required by the organization for taking organizational activities in a systematic way. We also said the MIS consisting of different procedures, or you say the rules or regulations which are used to organize the data of any organization or industry or farm for specific purpose, and it will be used mainly by the management to take the decisions with minimum time and cost. We have several advantages of using the MIS because of the organized data will help a lot in taking the managerial decisions, and hence you will find that the MIS will be not only stores the data or receives the data, it is also processing the data and producing the information as the output. And the information will be used by the different levels of management to take the right decisions. So the MIS consisting of, as I told already, consisting of three elements. The first one is the management, second is the information, third is the system. As you have already taught in organizational behavior, the management is defined as the art of getting things done through people by dividing them into organized groups and assigning each group a different activity. That is the process of management, that the work should be done through the people by dividing them into organized groups and assigning each group a different activity. The various activities that performed by a manager are planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling. Now, planning is the process of determining the goals and objectives of a project before starting the implementation of the project. So whenever any project is to be implemented, before that some planning has been carried out, and that is the lookout of the manager. Then it will, while planning for a project, the manager needs to find out the answer of the questions like what to do, when to do, who will do, how is to be done, why is to be done, where is to be done. That different questions will be answered while planning for a project. Then organizing the process of arranging the activities which are required to meet the objectives determined in the planning for a project. So as I told, in an organization, the managers organize the various activities by dividing the activities as per the planning of the project, allocating the activities to individual employee or a group of employees.
Pranav sir, really sorry, but this is not making any sense if you'll take class like this.
Sorry?
This is not making any sense, or we are not able to understand. Also, if you are taking class like this, please show some PPT, or you can take a whiteboard or any kind of screen presentation you can take, and you can explain that, or in a something real-time way you can go ahead so that we can understand at least. This way actually not bringing any kind of understanding for students.
No,
Can
actually,
other
yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Can other student tell if they can able to understand? Because I am attending the class, I am not able to understand the things because of this kind of issues.
Yeah. So you attended the last two classes?
One class I attended, sir.
One class. Which one? First class or second class?
Second class.
Second class. Okay. So do you have any doubts on the second class? Or you have any
No, actually, this way I was like not able to following you like what you are telling. Really sorry, sir. If
no, no,
anyone
that,
is
see,
understanding, then they can tell that they can understand. But
yes,
for me,
yes.
at least a PPT or at least a whiteboard will help.
Yeah,
Really, sir.
whiteboard will be, see, in the first or second class, I use the whiteboard whenever there is a diagram, if I use one, okay? So if there is some diagram, then definitely I'll use the black whiteboard, okay? But whenever I'm going through the, the theoretical aspects of the points, that time whiteboard use is not at all, required.
Or at least a PPT of presentation on the screen can help us to follow the same thing, because for the first time we are attending the MIS class. So
Yeah.
this way it is like the words and the process we get to get ourselves acquainted.
Mhm.
So
So that, see, that's
requesting
why,
you
see, that's why,
for a
see, that's why,
PPT there at
no, no,
least.
no. See, that's why I have already in the chat box, I am typing all the keywords and the definitions also have, okay, I have there in the chat box. Did you see that one, the chat box?
Chat box only MIS you ping na to everyone.
Yes, you see that one?
Yeah, only MIS I saw.
Yeah?
Then Vikas Agrawal pinged that this class is happening like that, something. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Which you have written this one? No,
No,
no, it's
not me, not me. Vikas
uh,
Kumar Agrawal written.
yeah. Uh-huh. So whenever there is a requirement, I'll definitely go for that. But whenever I'm telling the theoretical aspects, so I'll just spell out the points. Okay, what are the main points of the things that I'll say, write in the chat box. Okay, so I'm just saying whatever the concepts. Whenever it will be, there will be a diagram or there will be any requirement of the whiteboard, I'll definitely use it. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Or in the next class also, I'll share you the slides. Okay. If anybody wants to suggest anything, you can go ahead.
Sir, we have not received our book yet. So
Sorry?
that is, we have not received our
No,
book yet. So it is
actually, the
difficult to
problem is
relate
that
your lecture with the book's concept.
Yes. See, the part will be looked after by your course coordinator, right? You should ask, I think Rasmi madam or Sujit sir. Rasmi madam, I think, is the course coordinator. So you better
No,
ask Rasmi madam.
I doesn't mean that. I didn't mean that. We have not books with us. So we
Mhm.
are unable to relate your lecture with the concept.
Okay. So
We are
that means
just going in blank.
yes. So I got it. So what you want to say, you don't have any books, so it will be better if I'll use certain the PPT, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. You want that, nah? Okay, just wait. Just wait 2 minutes. I'm sharing a PPT. Okay. Okay, so just 1 minute. It's a can hello.
Yes, sir. Please tell me.
Okay, can you give your someone your WhatsApp number so that I can share the slide?
You can share your screen and start present, na?
Yeah, that is why it is not supporting. I'm trying, but I think. Okay, just 1 minute.
So you
Okay.
can open the PPT, click on the share, and then present your desktop.
Is it visible now?
Not it.
Not yet.
Yeah. You can click on the share option, then you can click on the share your screen.
That I'm doing.
Then start now. If you're taking class from the laptop or some system,
Yeah,
you can
laptop.
present
Um,
your desktop or present your screen. After clicking on the share, it will come for you.
No. I'm taking the mobile right now.
If mobile, then you can click on the share. After the start video, there is a share option is there. Click on that. Then screen.
I got it, but why it is not showing?
If it is not showing, then you have to take the admin permission.
I think, no, I think the host, co-host, I think.
Yeah, who is the host? You should request them to give you the permission.
Uh, I think, just 1 minute, let me try once again. Hmm. So,
Sir, you can call the DDC management host. Who is the host? He will give you the permission. Then you can share the screen.
yeah, that's why I told you, let me share through your WhatsApp group. I think you people have a group, I think, WhatsApp group. You don't have that.
Yeah, we have a group.
Yeah, that is what you do to next class. I mean,
Sir,
tomorrow
actually,
I'll.
I already messaged my WhatsApp number. You can share the PPT. I
Yeah,
will
yeah.
share in the group.
Where it is?
I already
Which
shared.
number?
Okay, just 1 minute.
Sir, sir, it's not possible now because it is 1 hour class. So possible in this class, kindly will try to start with the next class onwards. So we after 1 hour the class will go now. We cannot get any information. It is only 10 class also.
Just 1 minute, 1 minute. Okay, because I think I shared you the slide. You please share in your group. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I
Okay.
am checking. I am checking
Okay.
once.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Mhm.
It's here. It's here. Kindly.
Yeah, you just, if you have any, I mean, reference, you just see the slide. Okay, I'm just starting again. So as I told, the MIS, you see the management information system. information system because the information provided by the MIS will be used by the management to take the decisions. So the MIS can be said as a model for the problem solving. It is used in the decision making, that is the intelligence gathering, the design choice, the choice of taking the decision accurately or not. So everything, will be achieved. Everything will be achieved by the virtue of MIS, the management information system. And while it is gathering the data, it has to follow the management policy of doing different activities like planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling. And in those phases, while it is doing that, it will
sorry to
monitor.
interrupt. Sorry,
Yes.
sorry to interrupt, sir. But
Yes.
that PPT we can't open, sir, because it is corrupted.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
If it is corrupted.
Yes, sir. It is showing that.
Okay, I'm sharing again.
Where is that PPT? Because
Yes, once again, I have sent it.
Again, sir, corrupted, sir. It's not opening the PPT and PDF also. No, sir.
Not open.
No.
It is also not supporting, I think.
No,
Yes.
you can take from your side. Actually, sir, in study material, it is mentioned that structure of problem, goal of an MIS, typical input and output. It's so.
Which in the syllabus?
Sir, your materials part you was there. I'm just opening that it's clear upon. Because
Yeah.
can you please check from your side? Functional responsive of MIS,
Yeah, yeah.
functional
Yes.
responsive.
Yes, yes.
Open how cheda.
Open house ta kemti kar. Check house open hone bole. Please see it. All of you see it.
Can I say, sir? Can I share this?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Okay, just a moment.
Mhm.
Kindly check. I convert the PPT into PDF. Whether it's open or not, kindly check.
Is it opening for others? Please check it.
the new one is open.
Yeah. Anyway, both are the correct one. This is the only converted one, but same information is shared. Is it okay? Okay. So I think your the PPT which I shared just now, it is opening. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you see that PPT, what is I have shared. Okay, that okay. So just see the PPT, and that PPT is describing the total management information, the first unit, what you have along with certain things which I'll cover up later on. So the MIS, which is working as a decision making system for most of, yes, it is now. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So you see the management information system, which is basically consisting of three elements. One is the management, second is the information, third is the system. Okay. So it is basically compared with the TPS, the transaction processing system. The TPS is used by the lower management fellow, whereas the MIS can be used by the low level management, the middle level management, and the top level management. And as I already yes. Okay. So as I already told you, the different activities that the management will follow is the planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling, and sharing of the information in taking the decisions. So you can say that the implementation of the MIS is basically required by taking the proper planning, by following a proper organizing way of applying the MIS at different levels. Then staffing is also the process of assigning the right person for the right job. And controlling is done, which is the process of ensuring that the organizational activities are performed as per the planning. So you can say that the MIS, which helps the problem, that problem could be a structured problem or unstructured problem. Whenever the problem has a program decision, that problem we are saying is structured problem. I mean, it has certain specific path, certain specific way to follow to find the solution. So that is why the structured problems lend themselves to program decision that implicate there is a predefined procedure. There is a predefined procedure which will be adopted to find the solution. But the unstructured programs are not having any regular solution. Regular approach is not there. For example, whenever you will work in any industries, you are coming to the office at 5 or any organization, you are coming 5 or office time is 5, office time is 10 or 10:30. That is a programmed one. But feeling suddenly sick or not well and leaving the office, I mean, before the as usual time, that is the unstructured problem. So structured problem will have a predefined procedure to find the solution, and that is a regular practice. But unstructured are the accidental happenings in the organization, and these are the problems which don't follow any regular practice to find the solutions. So the unstructured problems can be solved by using a system that is called the DSS, Decision Support System. The structural problems will be normally addressed by the MIS, because as I told, whenever any organization, they will use the MIS, they will use for different departments, different sections of the organization. Let's say we'll think of DDC. In DDC, there is a finance department, there is an admission department, there is a library department, and there are so many faculties. So whenever you want to use MIS, you should have a predefined planning, organizing, staffing, controlling, so that you will find a regular approach to the solution, because the problem is a regular structured problem. So normally the structured problems, those having a predefined procedure to solve, will be normally solved by the MIS, that's a management information system. And the MIS will use 3 decision models or techniques. The one is optimization. You know, it is basically your objective or goal as a manager in any organization, firm or industry where working, how to optimize the profit, how to optimize the manpower, how to optimize the resources, how to optimize the market, so that you can reach more customers and you can earn more profit, or you can achieve the target or objective or the goal of your organization within the deadline. So optimization is normally we therefore find the best solution. Suppose I'm talking about optimizing the cost, then I should reduce the cost, the expenses, while I will enhance the profit. That is the optimization. Whenever I'm saying time optimization, I'll do everything within the time, within the deadline, so that the deadline is, let's say, is 20th September. I'll do by 17th, I do it by 18th. So I'll have 2 days in hand to do some other activities. Then whenever I'm talking about the work productivity, let's say your farm is producing, let's say you are the manager of a soap industry, your soap industry produces, let's say 1,000 soap per day. Can it be done 1,200 per day, 1,500 per day? So that is, you can say that is an optimization. So optimization is overall activities of finding the best solution to the given problem in order to optimize the resources, maximize the manpower, minimize the expenses, and maximize the profit. All will be done with more accuracy, clarity, and within the deadline or the stipulated time. Then satisfaction. It's the satisfaction, there are certain constraints. There you should have certain limitations. You see, whenever you are a manager of an organization, you have certain constraints or certain limitations are there. Like let's say you are the chief minister of a state, so you'll have different constraints. The geographical region of the state, the political scenario of the state, the locality of the state, the local languages of the state. So there are many constraints, or you say many limitations, and that you have to take care of that. So as a manager, whenever you want to find the solutions to the given existing problem using the MIS, you have to satisfy the constraint. What are the constraints? Like if you are working in a government organization, your time is, official time is 10 to 5. So you can't an employee to stay up to 9 or 10 in the night. You can say, but in exceptional case, not in a regular practice. So that constraint you have to satisfy. Then the third decision model, which is normally adopted by the MIS, is the rule-based solution generation. You know, this is very much essential, because whenever it's a structured problem, you have to have a rule-based decision, so that the rule-based solution will be unique and it will be always adopted, independent of the man, independent of the user, independent of the customer, independent of the organization, independent of the time, independent of the place. So
Sir, second model ta kon koile? Sir, second model ta kon koitile?
Second model, you see the slide there, the second model is written. It is the satisfying the constraints. Okay. are following the constraints, the limitations. Because you know, every organization, every industry or firm, as well as the manager of that firm, you have certain limitations or constraints. Like let's say, if you'll talk to one interior village people, you should talk in local language. That's a constraint. You will go and say in English or Hindi, they may not understand. Similarly, whenever you are talking to the experts coming from USA, Russia, or in from outside foreigners, then you should talk with English or in their language. You cannot talk with the local language. So that is where the constraints, the limitations, and every software, every the managerial activities will also follow certain constraints or limitations. So while you are using the MIS for taking the managerial decisions, you have to take up those limitations. What are the limitations? As I told, if you are working in a government organization, your official time is 10 to 5. That is what the constraint. If you say, I'll come at 7 morning and I'll leave by, let's say, 3 p.m., that's not acceptable. Even if you say somebody to stay on the office up to 9 or 10 p.m. in the night, so that is also not acceptable. So that those constraints, while you are implementing the MIS, you have to look after those. Then the third, as I told, the heuristic approach also we are using in our daily life. We have certain rules, okay? Like after leaving the bed, we have to go to the bathroom, we have to make fresh ourselves, then have a tea, then just read newspaper, then go bath, and then have a tiffin and ready for the office. So heuristic approach will be based on normally the rule, the regulations, and those are fixed. So that if you are a manager of an organization, you initiated the MIS, and next time you may leave, or the company asks you to leave. So whoever the next person will come and you will use the MIS, so that MIS will be effectively used as it is used by your time, because it is not person concentrating. It's not person concentrating. It's not neither time concentrating, nor it is the place. It is always the rule concentrating, so that rule will remain the same. Okay. Then what are the goals of the MIS? You know, as I told, the MIS is normally used by the management fellows. It is rarely used by the end customers or the suppliers or the vendors. Their role is only to input the data. But it is the role of the managers, and it is the expectation from the managers to get the information from the MIS, because MIS deals with the organizational data in a systematic way. Deals with the organizational data in a systematic way, so that any data can be retrieved with minimum time, with less error, and maximum accuracy. So the goal, the first and foremost goal of MIS is to provide the information to the managers as and when required at different levels. Let's just, as you taught, the management in any organization is broadly classified in 3: one, top management, middle management, and lower management. I told in my first class, the lower level management or bottom management, they will use the operational information. The middle level management, they will use the tactical information. The top level management, they will use the strategic information. So different levels, they need different, because strategic decision will be done by only the top level manager. Long-term decision will be done by only the top level manager. So they need the strategic information. So that is what the first goal or objective of MIS, that provide the information as and when required to different levels of managers. The second, regular and routine operations. I just told that there should be certain procedures, certain rules, certain regulations which will be followed, independent of person, independent of organization, independent of department, independent of specific customer. Everybody will be treated as the same. It's a rule based. You see, as I think I have given one example, whenever the government does not have the biometric attendance, it's a recording attendance offline. So a person may come at 11 but while signing may sign at 10 a.m. and put the signature. The time can put at 10 a.m. But you see now biometric attendance, no need to look after this thing because this will never happen. Whenever you come to the office, you will enter your finger or you'll show your face, the time will be automatically recorded. So that is what you will get the transparency because no need to follow up anyone. It's a system is following. So that is a regular and routine operation which will be followed. And after, periodically, let's say weekly, monthly, quarterly, half yearly, yearly, the data which are already stored in the MIS will be processed. The information will be summarized. It will be shown to the management. Like in government offices, at the end of the month, the biometric attendance will be verified, and the persons having accurate attendance, they will be provided the the salary. The person having less attendance or some irregularity in attendance, they will be given the show cause notice, or they will be asked why you are not present on that day or that day. So that is the second objective of the regular, the MIS, the regular and routine operation. The third is the control, organize and plan better. It is the controlling is the activity of the management. As I told, controlling is a process which helps to ensure that the organizational activities are performed as per the planning. Whenever you plan, as I told, planning is the process of determining the goals and objectives of a project before the project implementation started. So you plan, then you have to control that so that you check yourself whether that whatever mentioned in the planning, that is happening or not. The different controlling activities you may perform, that setting standards for measuring the performance of the organization activities, measuring the actual performance of the employee, compare the actual performance with the expected performance of the employee. If the actual performance is more than the expected performance, we say the employee is the best employee. If it's equal to, we say it's a good employee. If less than, we say the employee needs improvement. The employee needs counseling. So the controlling is essential required, and next is coming the organization. That's organized. Organizing the data in a systematic way is the current time of need, is the current time of demand, that how to organize, how to, store the data with minimum time, minimum cost, and minimum effort. And everywhere we are applying nowadays. So organization is also one of the goal of the MIS. It stores the data systematic way in such a way that the data retrieval, storage, processing, inputting, outputting will be done as minimum time as possible. And by organizing the data, any manager can get the data with the same time as other managers. The same information will be available. The same information will be available, and it will be used by different levels of management, according to their time of requirement, according to their need of requirement. So the organization is the next objective of the MIS. And the third objective is planning. Planning is essential required, and planning better is the most important quality of any manager. How to improve yourself day by day. Even if we are saying as a man or as a kid, you have to perform something, you have to get ready for tomorrow. You have to improve yourself. You have to improve yourself. That how to get more knowledge, how to be adaptive in the changing technology, the dimension, in the changing market requirements, in the changing work culture. You have to change yourself. You should not be very static. You should be very open and flexible. So planning for better is also the objective and goals of MIS. Okay, then coming to the the functional perspective of MIS, the MIS will function in different subsystems, as I already told. So financial, I've already told in my last class, financial one, manufacturing one, marketing one. You read it, I have already told this part. Then the transportation. Okay, so basically, whenever we talk about the MIS consists of different subsystems, or you say different functions like marketing, HR, training, transportation, financial, production, manufacturing. So these are different functional possibilities, you say, or you say different subsystems of the MIS, you say. So that will be basically used in order to achieve the total objective of the organization. Because let's say DDC is an organization, it has different subsystems. As I told, admission is a subsystem, library is a subsystem, then you say the examination is a subsystem, then regular class is a subsystem. So all will integrate together in order to achieve the common objective or the goal of the organization. Now, so many MIS characteristics we have, like systematic approach, management oriented, need based, future oriented, integrated. These are the different, you say the characteristics or the attributes of the MIS. Now coming another similar software which is used by the the management fellows to take the decisions for the unstructured problems. Because in the real life, whenever you work as a manager for either a government or private organization, you will face two types of problem. One, the structured problem, another is the unstructured problem. Structured problem, there is a specific approach, there is a specific way to take the decision, but unstructured is not having in regular practice. So to handle with the unstructured problem, the decision support systems are used. The decision support systems are used, DSS. DSS is the standard short form of decision support system. Now, the DSS has different characteristics. One is data from, it will accept and collect the data from multiple sources which are internal as well as external to the organization. Whenever the problem is unstructured, so to handle with the unstructured problem, the decision support systems are used, and the decision support system has several characteristics, that is collecting the data from multiple sources which are internal as well as external to the organization. Since you are addressing the unstructured problem, the data should be collected from different sources which are available within the organization and outside the organization. And the outside the organization, the data will be collected by taking feedbacks, by doing market survey, by doing door-to-door campaigning. So these are the different ways to collect the data from external sources. And collecting the data from internal, it could be done by assigning some employees of the organization to collect the data and to give you. Then the second characteristic is the presentation flexibility. The presentation flexibility. As I told, the unstructured problem is very irregular in nature. So you have to provide the flexibility to present the problem at different levels by different employees so as to address the problem in a right manner. Then the third characteristic will be the simulation and the capability. Since the decision support system is maintaining and finding the solution of first unstructured problem, so it will do certain simulation. It will use certain data. Those data are coming from externally as well as internally. It will carry out some experiments. It will simulate those data. Then as per the capability, the information will be produced. Then the fourth is the support for multiple decision approaches. It should support for multiple decision approach because it's an unstructured problem. It could have many different possible solutions, and those solutions will be normally analyzed by using the statistical tools. Like I think you have heard the mean, mode, median, histogram, pie chart, bar graph, OGB. I think you have seen in the news whenever there is a election between two candidates, A and B. They are showing the histogram that candidate A got, let's say 46. B got, let's say it's a 54. So that will be the the histogram of A will be less high and B will be more high. So that is why the multiple decision approach will be used to have a clear analysis of the unstructured problem and finding a better solution if possible. So yes, next is, as I already told, by using statistical analysis tools. And for you people, I think you might have heard a software is normally used, is called GPSS, SPSS, statistical programs. So SPSS is normally used for statistical analysis. Then coming to the components of a DSS. The DSS consists of basically two components. One is the management software component, model management software component, which provides a variety of solution models, like as I told, financial, marketing, statistical, graphical. So many solution models will be there, and one of the model will be selected for a particular application. Let's say you are having an unstructured problem about the finance part, you will call the financial solution model. If the marketing, you will call the marketing solution model. This is the first component of the DSS. Then the second component of DSS is the dialog manager. The dialog manager. The dialog manager role is to allow each and every end customer to interact with the DSS. But in MS, users will interact, but with certain limitation. But here, users are allowed freely to interact with the DSS. Then another similar software which is used is the Executive Information System, EIS, Executive Information System. The executive information system is used by the chief executive of board of members of any organization or farms or sectors. Like you say, Reliance, they have a board of directors and one chief executive officer, CEO. So normally the executive information system is used by the chief executive of board of members. It's a high level information sharing and decision making. And normally the executive information system extends the management information system and includes the functionality of DSS also, which will be helpful to the chief executives in an organization. So you say the ESS, executive support system or executive information system, is a combination of the MIS management information system and the decision support system. It is more specific and problem oriented rather than system oriented. The executive information system or the executive support system, the executive information system or the executive support system is very much specific, and it addresses a specific problem in a specific time domain. It also provides additional features like data analysis, use of electronic mails, emails, while carrying out all those information generation. Then it is the key business, it emphasizes the key business of the organization and what are the similar data used in other industries, in other similar industries. Suppose you are the manager of a private hospital, then your key business is how to attract more patients, how to generate more revenue, how to provide a positive feedback in the market about your hospital. Same time, you have to collect the data from other similar private hospitals. So what are the features they are providing? What are the services they are providing to the patients? How they are attracting more patients? So that has to be looking after here in the the executive information system. Then the executive information system handles both structured problem as well as unstructured problem. MIS handles only structured problem. DSS handles unstructured problem, but EIS, Executive Information System, handles both structured as well as the unstructured problem. Both structured as well as the unstructured problem. Since it's providing the structured as well as unstructured problem solution, so it is more complex in nature. It is more complex in nature, and it is also time consuming. Yes, it is also cost consuming. You have to provide more cost because it is providing the solution for both the types of problem. MIS only structured problem solution, DSS is only unstructured problem solution, but EIS, Executive Information System, is both structured as well as unstructured problem solution. So that's why the Executive Information System is very complex in nature. It's a more specific, it is more problem centric, okay? And hence the Executive Information System is providing graphical interfaces. I told in my second class that GUI, graphical user interface, is the interface which is provided normally to enhance the friendliness of the software with the employees, with the users, with the end customers. Because graphical representation is somehow provides more clarity and transparency during data management, data storage, data processing, and data retrieval. And if the EIS, which provides the sophisticated and specific informations used by the top management of the organization will be very clear, accurate, precise, on ambiguity, and before the timeline, the information should be provided. So basically, whenever I'm talking about the EIS, the information which is used by the executive bodies, by the topmost management fellows, they deal both the cases. They deal both the cases, the structured problem, the unstructured problem. So to deal with those two problems, the executive information system, lateral, nowadays it is also told as executive support system. It is EIS. Earlier it was called EIS, executive. You see the slide, it is there. It's an executive information system. Now it is okay. Now it is also called ESS. That is executive support system. ESS is executive support system. So all things based on the executive information system or executive support system will take care of all the data which will be used by the structured problem solutions as well as the unstructured problem solutions, and it provides the data more specific, problem driven, and more specifically the requirements to deal with that problem. So every data which are collected from internal sources as well as external sources will be processed together. The information will be produced, and the information will be shared to the executive bodies to take the long-term decisions, the strategic decisions, so that the decision accuracy will be more and the cost of the decision making will be reduced. But yes, complexity will be there. So that's why to do that, different statistical tools, as I told, mean, mode, median, these are the mathematical way of calculating. Then the graphical representation, histogram, bar chart, pie chart, OGB. So these are different ways to represent the same text data or the same tabular data in a graphical way, so that it will be easy to understand and analyze the information represented by the executive information system or executive support system. Okay, so this is all about the first unit for you people, and if you have, and this is all about the today class. If you have any doubt, you can ask, or if you have any suggestion, you can ask.
Sir,
Yes.
can you synopsis the bullets point of this total system? In a bullet manner.
First unit.
Today class, sir. Today class,
Today
sir,
class.
only.
Yeah, today class. You see, slides I have shared that the bullet points are there in the slides for today's
Okay.
class. Okay. So I'll definitely go for the slide preparation. Okay, I'll prepare the slides for the other units. Simultaneously, I'll give you the slide. Oh, okay. Yes. Anybody wants to
Okay.
say anything?
Sir, if I'm not wrong, that today class now we discussed that the structure problem and unstructured problem. Structure problem are, yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah. Yes, go ahead, go ahead.
Structure problem is identifying the MI in the support of MIS, and the unstructured problem is confirm clear by the DSS, and the
Yeah.
both MIS plus DSS equal to ESS
Yes.
or EIS.
Yeah, sure, sure. Yes.
Okay.
Very good. Okay, anybody? Yes, anybody wants to suggest or
Sir?
say anything? Or yeah,
Sir, I have a doubt.
yeah.
At the time of DSS, there are different stakeholders that participate in the decision making.
Yes.
One type of different stakeholder means there the operations, there's HR involved, there's IT involved. But sir,
Yes.
is there a common meeting or common discussion, and the sign up is required for the every stakeholder?
Sorry?
Sign up means there is a lot of stakeholder, na? So who is the sign up authority? Every stakeholder is the sign up authority or the single authority?
No, no. In case of that, in the case of unstructured, every stakeholder will be given the freedom of putting their suggestions. Okay, that is what I think you see the second point. Okay, presentation flexibility. That everybody should be given as much as flexibility and time to present their views, but is the authority, the management authority will take the decision. They can suppress any stakeholders' decision or they can adopt any stakeholders' decision. But it is up to the management of the concerned organizing authority. They arrange the meeting with different stakeholders. They allow the stakeholders to put their views or points freely. Okay, that is open presentation. I think you see the second point is there. After
sir.
that, it will be the privilege of the management to adopt those things or to ignore those things.
Okay, it means the management is the authority to sign up.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Anyone? Anybody else? No. Okay, so this is all about the today class, and we'll continue the next class tomorrow.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay.